Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Buena suerte.
Infuriate Saunders in the green and blue trunks with the yellow gloves. Canelo in the teal.
That did look aggressive. Back Billy Joe up there into the corner.
Canelo's an uppercut. Another jab from Saunders.
On Saunders' part.
Carl, how much different changes when he fights a southpaw? Of course, also in the United Kingdom, good morning to you. Billy Joe Saunders trying to pull up.
Body shot landed by Canelo.
Doesn't want to throw anything because he knows that counter left cross will be coming back to him.
I was surprised when Eddie Reynoso and Canelo said that we're going to take him out in the 8th, 9th, or 10th.
He's in the danger zone when he backs up here into the corner.
It's going to be good for Billy Joe Saunders.
Canelo's going to do what I think he's going to do. However, after all the trash talk Billy Joe Saunders has given us, I think we're going to knock him out. A couple of hours, but here they are.
Canelo's corner wants more feints and to close the distance, start breaking the distance down.
Dollar right hand, best punch in the fight. Billy Joe says, come on.
Canelo doubled up on that right hook to the body and the head.
I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can kind of see the difference in the power of the punches immediately.
Exploding with the combinations. Keep him at the end of that jab.
These are heavy blows from Canelo. He's putting lots into these shots. Billy Joe saying, these aren't bothering me, I'm okay.
Canelo is settling into a rhythm here. He's landing his power shots. And Billy Joe Saunders, at least for the first 3 rounds, not throwing a lot of power punches back.
Plenty of room for Billy Joe to circle around with his 22-foot ring, as he suggested. Twice since winning the super middleweight title back in 2019.
But in that second round, you saw Canelo start to exert himself.
And you realise he needs to just be busy with the jab, because if he sits back and does nothing, Canelo's able to just close him down and unload it with a power shot.
How do you think Billy's doing so far?
I thought he did pretty well in the first round. Canelo has kind of a history.
He seems to overwhelm Billy Joe almost immediately. Billy needs to be busier. He needs to put 3s and 4s together and then get out of range. You know, you don't need to sit in range and be on the end of these big shots, because Canelo will be happy to just back him up like that.
Straight right hand score. Just missing with that uppercut. You hear the crowd's reaction.
And that's the punch that Canelo is barely missing. That's the 4th big uppercut that just missed the chin.
He doesn't want to do that.
Canelo looking for a right uppercut. He threw it twice already.
Trust me, we can see and hear these shots. They're heavy.
And he makes fighters reluctant to throw.
And Carl, anytime a southpaw fights an orthodox fighter, that front foot battle is key.
It is, yeah, trying to get the foot on the outside. And
come exactly 70 days from one another.
And he can turn it into a hook as well. Of course, the jab is key as well. There it is. That's the left hand. You got to get respect from Canelo.
Now you're getting into a rhythm. That's much better now.
Billy Joe needs to be busy with the jab and put shots together, because he can't be backed up and soak up power punches from Canelo, because you can see the effects instantly. You can tell Billy Joe is worried about.
Now he's throwing more power punches. He's certainly settling in as BJ waves him in.
Sergey Kovalev, one of the best right hands in his division. He didn't throw many of them against Canelo because he knew if he did, what was coming back.
Straight right hand from Canelo to the body as well.
There's the uppercut, and he nods yes that time.
Mouthpiece almost came flying out of BJ Saunders there.
In and out, trying to time Canelo when he moves in. I said, can Saunders do that? I said, yes, but you have to do it for 12 rounds.
Straight right hand connects for Canelo. The crowd roars.
Come over the top if he's not careful. He's got to concentrate constantly, but these big shots from Canelo, he's not really.
Oh, there's the right hand that moves him back. Smith and Yildirim, and now Saunders. That's an extremely high level of activity for a fighter in present-day boxing.
Yeah, Canelo makes a small feint and he gets a reaction instantly from Billy Joe, and that's when the guy knows when he gets hit, it hurts. That's right, get your opponent scared to throw.
Saunders needs to double and triple up that jab. Back up, Canelo. Maybe you could get something going with the combination just like that.
And he said Canelo is just relentless.
Let him go, Saunders. Don't hold.
Right. With a lot of power. And there it is again, to the body.
But a long way to go. We're in round 4, scheduled for 12.
And that's exactly what we see with the opponents of Canelo. If it comes to Kovalev or Jacobs, all these fighters are worried about the counters, the explosive counters of Canelo.
This round, though, he's put more shots together. He's landed more shots, been a bit more effective.
This is a good round by BJ Saunders, absolutely.
You don't show any immediate effect. They build up, and they eventually catch up with you. And there's another one, straight down the middle. Good work from Canelo.
He's a smarter technician than Canelo in the ring.
He's definitely crafty and clever. I mean, he uses the pivots, he uses angles. He's always
nice left hook from Saunders.
He's always in position to punch. This is what I want to see
by Billy Joe Saunders. Billy needs to be busy. He needs to let his hand go.
But this appeared to be the blueprint if he was to pull it off.
That's right, he's doing exactly what he needs to do.
Yeah, even though you block those shots, they're still going to dig into the side of your ribs, and that takes energy out of you.
Nice double jab there.
When you face Canelo Alvarez, as we've talked about, you can talk about what you're going to do in the ring.
He's scoring more right now, Chris Mannix, but he's fighting with confidence.
He is fighting with confidence. I'm not so sure I'd be fighting with my hands down quite as much, but he is fighting.
Swing and a miss by Canelo. You don't see him miss by that much too often.
You know, Billy Joe Saunders is letting his hands go.
It's not going to work for him if Billy is busy.
Saltar con un ópero, güey. Ya viste cómo lo tienes trabajando también con las pintas, ¿ok?
Particularly from Canelo Alvarez, Roy.
Main thing I've seen so far is that Canelo Alvarez has demanded a lot of respect with his power shots to the body.
He's been clever with his feet. He's pushing the ring off Canelo, but he's not under major pressure. Billy Joe Saunders can relax until them big shots come. I mean, that was a right hook.
The game plan changes almost in an instant, but Billy Joe Saunders has stuck to his game plan, and his game plan has been incredibly effective.
It's a great jab from Saunders. See, if he can do more than double jabs, then put 2 shots on the back of it.
Which is the biggest ring that Billy Joe Saunders has ever fought in. He is using that of Billy Joe Saunders.
Whoa.
I think Saunders did an excellent job over these last 2 rounds of taking the momentum back. You saw the second and third round.
Saunders doing the job defensively, caught him with a quick short hook on the inside.
Good catch and counter.
Right around the guard, too. Landed on the chin. Saunders shook it off. Sticks his tongue out right now. That's a Tyson Fury move.
Well, this is the mind games. You see,
More than any opponent I've seen since Gennady Golovkin. He's throwing combinations. They're not as impactful as Golovkin's.
The power shots to the body have put fear in Billy Joe Saunders, and Billy Joe does not want to be hit to the head with that same power that he's feeling on his arms and on his hip from those body shots.
see at the start of the round, his arms up, playing to the crowd.
But that's what Canelo does to opponents. He makes you keep your punches holstered. He's a little relentless. He doesn't throw the punches out free.
Good defense there from Billy. He knew that body shot was coming.
He needs to be busier, Carl, but with the jab, smart jab, just like that.
Smart jab, yeah. Don't get too confident, but
Let's bring in Roy Jones Jr. again. Roy, what are you seeing from BJ Saunders?
Right now, the tide has changed just a little bit. He's allowed to throw more punches. He's landing that jab.
He controlled the distance and landing some good shots.
For Canelo to land a big shot.
he's actually landed on Canelo.
20 seconds to go.
You know, for me, that eye-catching shot just nicked it. But it was a close round. Can't argue if it went the other way. But
Punch against Canelo because you know something's going to be returning. Explosive counter puncher Canelo is.
I don't want to speak too soon, but this is good work from Billy Joe Saunders.
It's great work by
He's
Saunders.
relaxed. You know, so he's relaxed. You said yourself, when his arms come down low a little bit, it looks dangerous.
Canelo said it's going to take me a while to figure this guy out.
Effectively, he hit Canelo with a few good body shots, which is something nobody expected, including Canelo. So right now, I think Billy Joe has shifted the tide just a little bit, and Canelo needs...
So here we go, round 7 scheduled for 12. This is for the Unified Super Middleweight Championship of the world. It is a very competitive fight. Chris, did you expect it to be this close in round 7?
I didn't.
Saunders fighting a little bit more.
Fight between the power puncher who wants to back the boxer up and just nail him to the body or head. Canelo's looking for the big shot. There you go, the big heavy shot.
Some thought this would be a walkover for Canelo. It has not.
The work output of Canelo.
Uppercut from Canelo.
He can't afford to lose rounds or give up an inch, and he's doing exactly what he said. This is a close fight.
That's extremely close. Figure him out a little bit.
I think he's definitely trying to figure him out.
In either round 7, 8, or 9.
68-66 Canelo. He's only 2 rounds up.
Saunders took an awkward step back, and now he's holding on.
Instead of countering back.
Straight right eye. Rallying his troops here at AT&T Stadium.
He breaks down opponents and makes them really upset.
You see Canelo landing big shots.
Well, that's the power.
Acting on the advice of Saunders' corner, the referee calls a halt to the contest at the end of round.